the shit rolling. Alright, let's get that right. Can't see my face, but this is Tory G on my channel, the YouTube. Back out here hitting some golf balls, kill a little time. I figured work on a particular move. Let's get the right club. I don't want to start. That's how I started out the pitching wedge thing. I had trouble with my right arm going through impact, and what I'm talking about is, you know, people talk about getting your club in the slot, you know, swinging nice and wide, and then when you come down, start with your lower body, drop your elbow in closer to your body, and then follow through about 40 to 45 degrees, and then going around like that. I had trouble getting my arm like this. And what I noticed, even without exactly looking at my arm or looking at it like a film of my swing or whatever, it's like instead of doing this happens, and then my elbow kicks out. It is egregious, but it's enough for me to notice, because like I can line up with the ball, you know, dead, straighten out a little bit, dead center in my club face or whatever, and then have pretty solid balance, you know, footwork or whatever, and then hit the ball like on the back of my club, not like back like heel, but like heelish instead of more center. You know, with these clubs, just a slight, I'm talking about like a groove to the right heel shot. It's not gonna kill the distance too much or whatever, or affect the shape of the shot, or, you know, the stuff like that. That's one thing I gotta work on. It's a feel thing. You know, it doesn't have to look like I wanted the feel, but, you know, I look at certain golfers and how they do their swings, you know, as far as, you know, timing wise with the right arm, and if I can get a feeling of what I see, then I'll take that. You know. One thing I gotta work on too is my hip rotation. That'll help. Get some balls. And more so that elbow feeling with my right arm, I can feel it more so on my longer clubs. Not too much in the shorter ones, even though it's there, but I can definitely feel it in my longer clubs, you know, 3-wood and especially the driver. Not bad, but I don't expect every shot to go like I want it to until I get this feeling down pat. You know, make sure whenever you go out to a driving range, you know, show just a little courteous behavior or sportsmanship, whatever you want to call it. When you're hitting your shots, you know, sometimes the divots can fly up on the range. Sometimes they kind of wisp away. Kind of like patternize your divots when you make it. When you swing your clubs on the driving range, instead of hitting one shot here, then here, then here, just like a fucking honeycomb when you're done. I try to leave like a square or rectangle. That way, all I gotta do is put new side in or dirt in or whatever they use. That way, instead of dropping shit here, then here. I used to be a groundskeeper in Kingsland, Georgia. Great staff over there, by the way. I hated doing that shit. Good. Uncle Lee, how are you? Good. And it's a feel thing, so it's gonna take a little while to get used to, you know. Cause not only have to do that, but if I change that, I may have to tweak something else. But that's the thing about golf. The little things, you know, the intangibles, you know, fundamentals, whatever you want to call them. You know, grip, posture, stance, takeaway, you know, stuff like that right there. It's key. Tweak the little things before you start diving into the bigger picture. You know, working on the length, swing, and shortness or whatever. Working on your key fundamentals first. Most of them probably sound like shit on the camera because they feel like shit when they hit them. Between that and trying to do variable training to hit better draws, consistent draws, like I want to. I might have to struggle for a little bit, but I'm gonna get this shit. I promise you, I'm gonna get this shit down right. Cut the grass, but this isn't exactly a PGA Tour type of driving range, even though it looks good. Consistent grass, it doesn't have the same stickiness. Like even when you hit on the PGA Tour type of tee boxes and range boxes and stuff, you have a nice thick sod of grass come up. Come on, Chris. Out to the right, though. Not trying to hit fades, but contact is better. Definitely better. A little bit better. That was more center, but slightly off the bottom. One thing I hate about some of my range sessions is, you know, I try to keep a consistent pattern when I make divots. You know, that way you see like a square or rectangle, but sometimes when I do that, I have to stand in divots behind me. Oh. Hit that one high off the face. Damn. That felt weird as shit. That felt weird as fuck. Sometimes I like to check my divots. You know, I line my feet up with them, the direction they're going. That's slightly right, which I take that. Most of my divots, especially when my arm gets loose, instead of doing that, they tend to go to the left. So anything that's straight or slightly to the right, I'll take it as progress. Strike was a little better. That was pretty much straight. It's about 86 degrees, 87. Slightly overcast because we just had a little shower storm come through down here in South Georgia. You know, one thing I like about golf, it's a humbling game. Better. Only thing I ain't like about that is the strike. As far as contact on the face, it was a little lower, probably by the groove. Let me see. Yeah. By the groove. But it had hella spin on it though, based on hitting these clubs. You know, I've hit certain shots in the greens before where they've been in groove low on these clubs, and on my gap wedge, bitch spin back about 10 feet. One thing, gotta make sure I do right is my balance. Better strike. Goal for me is to get back to carrying this club at about 140 or so, which I was doing that before when I was swinging at my best a few years back. If I can consistently carry my pitching wedge 140, I'll be happy with that for the time being. That means my ball striking is, you know, my swing and overall getting better. One thing not to do that I learned is, especially when you're working on your game, you know, you're not firing off a fucking rocket or fucking fireworks. Just take your time, especially if you're actually trying to work on your game, get better, make improvements. Just have an idea of what you're trying to do and take your time, make sure you do the right things, go through like checkpoints and shit like that, and then make your swings. And then after you make your swing, just give us a couple seconds for afterthought and be like, what did I do right, what did I do wrong? centered type of strike, but a little high on the face. Yeah. Most of my divots are straighter or slightly to the right, which I'm okay with that. Trying to pat this grass down though where I could have a flat lie. The ball don't roll all over the place. Took just a little bit too much of a divot. Strike was okay. It was like ball first type of strike, but it was too much of a divot type of strike at the same time. You know, the divots do not have to be a mile deep, even though you got these irons in your hands. Buddy. Probably shoot at about 132, 133. It was at least about 30 yards past that 100-yard flag at a minimum. But one thing I have to remind myself is not all the range balls I hit where I'm at. They're like good for far as like distance judgment, you know. Some of them are decent, but some of them aren't. So the ones that look kind of shabby, I don't worry about distance, worry about the strike. But when I'm making improvements and I want to see some results before I go to the course, distance-wise, because I don't have a track band type of monitor yet, which I need to get one. But I hit certain balls, I save them for certain clubs like driver, or if I'm, you know, trying to gauge distances on how far I hit my wedges, I'll save certain balls in my batch that I get for those clubs, and then I'll go from there. It's fucking ass out here, bro. Anybody watching the video that might watch the video live in South Georgia, you know about these fucking gnats, especially if you're on the East Coast. I'm gonna have to ride a little bit. Most of my balls are, let me see. That one slightly left for target. Most of my balls are starting on my line that I want, that it's not drawing back that much. Which there's a couple more things I need to tweak. Probably with my stance. After I get this right elbow thing down, but pat, instead of doing this, flipping at the ball, I want to do this. That was ass. Definitely hit that off the hill. Yeah, I just love it when that sun comes out after it rains. You know, scorches the fuck out of my neck. Nice high straight shot. That shit beaming. I can't even sit there and lie to you. It's probably not even 90 degrees like I said in the beginning of this video. But that shit's starting to scorch now. Little baby draw that. Not bad. Probably 135. Hit one more. I'ma go to my long club. I usually get about 3 baskets. That way I can go through pretty much every range of clubs, short, medium, and long, and then back down, hit the clubs I didn't. Hit the clubs back down, going back down that I didn't hit before. But today I'm gonna be a little bit short of a practice. Just a feel I'm working on with certain clubs. God almighty, what the fuck was that? That was one discombobulated ass swing. That shit. Not set. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Nice high draw. Work 9-hour shift at my job. I can't even lie. Especially those who play golf and they're working in like the factory type of work setting or whatever. Standing up in one spot most of the day. You get there, you know, I get there at 6:30, but the normal shift starts at 7, you know, for most of us. Get on the floor 6:45. Shit, it's already 90 degrees by my machine. That shit wears me out. Like, to the point where I feel like I need to take a fucking ice bath. Some days. Some days it got up to like almost 120 in that bitch. pull it up just a little bit. God, that was nasty. I could only wonder if my club face was shut more than it was, because that was open as shit. And the bitch went straight. I'd have never saw that come down. Faded, but struck well. Felt good, but gotta work on getting out the face rotated over. Wasn't a bad strike, to be honest. Faded probably about 5 to 7 yards on my start line. You didn't see it come down, so I know it flew over 250 from where I'm standing. Because the range out here is only like 260, I think. 255, something like that, from where I'm standing. Because we got 3 levels. We got one upper and we got one lower. Well, decent strike. Getting decent distance carry. I just don't want to hit no fucking fades. And trust me, I know for the few people that will view this, I know my swing looks goofy as shit. Trust me. It wasn't always like this. Like, I think somebody's fucking calling my phone in the middle of this damn video. Fuck them. Alright. Back to what I was saying. It didn't used to always look like this. If you go back to like my first video on my page, go all the way down, I was testing some drivers out at a sporting store, crushing the shit out of them. Elbow was getting tucked in, really didn't have that much of an over the top move that could be noticed. Well, now everything I do looks goofy, even to me. Trying to get that shit worked out. I'm gonna be, shit, within a year, I wanna be like single digits, handicap wise. See, I can do a lot of slow shit right and then swing and fuck up. Because, you know, that's what amateurs do, we fuck up. But being able to self-correct is key. Four. Another thing too that I want to work on too out here is keeping my face, the face of the club on my takeaway square. It ain't gonna be completely square the whole time, like, you know, the way back, you know, square from like here to here before I start opening and closing it. Instead of doing this shit or doing this shit, do it like this. Another decent distance on the fade, but not trying to fade it. One thing I can't complain about is most of the balls, including the wedge I hit, are starting on my line, to be quite honest with you. So I can't complain about that. So I'm striking it better. But look at this fucking face to turn over. Roll your wrist down. Ulnar and radial deviation. Big draw. Drawing a little too much, but that's better. One thing I like about plastic tees, you get plenty of use out of them before they start fucking breaking and shit. Oh. Better. The only thing, hold on a second. So you hear me. The last couple shots that were better, you know, struck better, is pulled them just a little bit off my line. The amount that drew is not a concern for me. Just drawing them like that, but starting them on the right line is paramount. Another thing too, I got a little squeeze pad. You start putting that under my left arm. That way I don't have any separation. That way, keep the club on a better plane, especially when you get your right arm dropping down on the slot. Keep it more connected instead of having your arm come out like this too. Right down the middle. Overall distance, you know, direction of ball, strike, best drive right there. Easy a 250 carry with a good ball, striking it like that. Pull it out just a little bit. See if I can try to let loose on this one a little bit. Oh my God, I crushed the fuck out of that. Dead fucking straight. I swear to God, that went straight. I promise you that went straight. And I did not see it come down. Range is only like 250, 255, depending on where you're standing at, but I did not see that shit come down. God, that felt good. Can't do that every time. Tim get my fundamentals better. Can't just rip at them like that every time. You know, like when I was playing earlier, when I was hitting balls, testing drivers, hitting balls. That very first video, whoever watches this, go down to the first video I ever posted and hitting them shits like 300, easy. With the TaylorMades and Titleist and the Nike drivers I tested. Club head speed was upper one teens, like 117, you know, 116 and a half. The only thing, I'm not even lying, because it gives you all the numbers, you know, the face to path ratio and launch angle, you know, spin. Hitting most of them drives around 300 yards. My spin was like in the upper 2000s. And my launch angle was like even. So imagine if I had a up 3 degrees and spin was like 2,500, 2,400. That bitch would have carried like 320, 330, easy. High, straight. Maybe a slight fade, but I'm hitting these shits right here. Cause you know, here's a good strike, but most of them tell you slightly above the equator, especially when you're coming up with the best for optimal distance. Tuck the elbow in, get your wrist, you know, owner. Pulled it a little bit. Hole number, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hole number 5, that'd be a perfect shot. That'd be a perfect shot. But I pulled that a little bit off my start line. Trying to get too much out of it. Square the face up like that. See if we can launch another one. Wow, I carried that. That was almost a stinger-ass type shot with the driver. Hit it pretty much square in the face, about center. It was a little bit lower shot. Definitely carried that about 240. But it came out the face hot. That bitch is gonna roll about another 30 yards on a good, firm, regular fairway. Wide, not narrow. Fold up, wide, and narrow, and then wide again. I'll follow through. Let's get it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share this page. Hit them bell notifications. I really am trying to grow this channel, get more subscribers, make better content, buy more equipment. You know, I had a baby boy 2 weeks ago almost. Make sure he stays fed, make sure baby mama stay fed. I love them both dearly. Straight. Good ball. And for those who watch this, whatever part you start at, swing is long, and I promise you, I never tried to have it this way. It just started out like that. When I first picked the club up and swung it, that's how the shit was. Was actually probably a little longer than it is now, but I was a little more limber then, which I'm working on, you know, doing more stretching and losing a little bit of weight around the midsection. block that. I tried to save it with my hands, but I couldn't. Nice draw. Smacked the shit out of it. Started on my line, drew exactly how I want to. Good carry. I can barely see that one come down. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. For those who are watching and those who will watch, hopefully, the way my swing feels, visually for me, when I look back at it, it don't look like how it feels to me. When I look at it, like after I watch it, I'm gonna look at it, it's not gonna look how it feels. I'm gonna be out here for a little bit, the sun's killing me. So make sure y'all tell me where y'all from, and the golfers, tell me how your game is, what your handicap is. If you see something that you think I need to work on, feel free for constructive criticism. Just make sure, don't be negative and come with the bullshit, because you will get banned and rejected. I'm not even gonna argue with you. Just make sure you respect it, because I ain't got no more talking after that. Had some fool come on there talking something, this isn't necessary. You got all this other dumbass shit. You could be, people be posting talking about my shit unnecessary. Same dude probably watches, like, subscribers, people who's got 10 million subscribers who play the same game, but because I don't have any subscribers, it's unnecessary. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, yes. Nice ball flight. Nice. This tee I had it. The bottom half broke in half. I might be able to get one more swing out of this bitch. Nice low draw, right down the middle. Not even gonna lie, I felt like I had to save that just a little bit because my body felt out of whack coming down in my transition. Another fairway ball. Slight pull, but ball didn't turn over much. I want to be able to have good misses, good playable misses, not bad misses out of bounds, deep in knee-deep rough, safari fucking grass rough. Good misses, good shot still. That's what I want. God, it killed me. Slight fade though. That's it for that tee. Hit probably about 2 or 3 more drivers, and I'm call it a day. I gotta go cook supper. Well, help finish cooking supper anyways. Put on some asparagus, freshly cooked asparagus, some other tasty vittles. Pour that. Try to give it too much. One thing I can say is key is make sure you feel comfortable and ready before you take the club away. Don't ever feel in a rush. Now, don't take 30 fucking minutes to swing the club, but make sure you feel okay before you swing the club. That way you leave no doubts. All right, send off on a good note. There we go. That's gonna be pretty much it. I'm gonna hit some warm down balls with my wedge again. I'm gonna go to the house after that. What the fuck is? Oh shit, I'm tripping. Big time tripping. There's some chippy shots on my pitching wedge. Baby girl. About 100 yards. Even when hitting shots, I'm still focused on that right elbow, getting tucked in a little better. That way it's not out, it's more like this. It's like I said before, somebody, golf is a sweet bitch. Love her 1 minute and hate her the next. Definitely it's humbling. Nobody can deny that shit. Cause even that one time the pros sucked at one point in life. Get that a little heavy. Definitely chunk that a little bit. That was a little heavy too far. You know, not all my shots were good, but compared to the last time I was out here, a lot of improvement. So I'll take that as a win for the day. Team Hyphy, stand up. Bop. You know, I'm a Florida Gator fan, so just like Dan Mullen tells his quarterbacks to admire their throws in their practice, especially when I'm working on something with my golf swing, I try to admire my swing. When I start hitting better shots, that way I can see what I'm feeling, kind of go over my head, what I did right, maybe the ball right away, but what I still need to work on. Not bad. Slightly off the hill. That's it for me. So with that being said, everybody be blessed, stay safe. You know, especially during this pandemic. I would call it something else, but people, they like to snitch and, you know, get you deleted and banned and, you know, shit like that, you know, fact check. So I'm not gonna call it what I want to call it, you know, but tuning in this channel, you know, when I get some things settled down, make more content, better content, you know, for the viewers, you know, my millions of fans that I hope to have soon, you know, just bear with me, have faith in me, don't give up on me. Y'all stay rested up, make them checks swell up, keep them pockets fat, keep them bellies fat, keep them roof over them heads. Y'all stay blessed up. Peace.